A coalition of youth groups has threatened to picket the National Assembly for excluding a bill which seeks to amend the 1999 Constitution to allow young persons vie for political office in 2019. Both the Senate and House of Representatives had passed the bill and referred it to the Ad Hoc Committee on Constitution Review, chaired by Deputy Senate President Eke Ekweremadu and Deputy Speaker Yusuf Lasson. But the bill was left out of the more than 20 considered at a retreat in Lagos at the weekend. The coalition demands that the National Assembly give account on the status of the bill or risk a likely recall of lawmakers. For more on this, we have founder Involve Africa Project, Ibraheem Owolabi, in the studio to talk further. Thank you for joining me at this time. Now,
very pleasant.
Yet, with this exclusion of the bill by the National Assembly, what does this speak of the leadership of the country in giving young people opportunity in politics?
For me, I feel very bitter, bothered, and most importantly, I feel betrayed as a Nigerian, because we saw the National Assembly, the House of Representatives and the National and the Senate as one where we'll support the need to engage and involve young people in that democratic governance process. So seeing this coming after the retreat of the House, both House and the Senate Committee on Constitutional Review is an indicator that young people are not in the future plan of this country. Because if you cannot involve us structurally, how then will you involve us? Is it through violence? So it's very unacceptable. Let's start with that.
All right, apart from the coalition of these youths now, it seems that Nigerian youths are not quite bothered really, because this, many have said, should be something that concerns every person, every youth in the country. But apart from this group, Nigerian youths are not even talking about the exclusion of this bill.
Yes, we are, but the challenge is, you know, it came out on Saturday after, the news came out on Saturday after the retreat of the Committee of the House and the Senate on reviews. There is a lot of work going on already with the leading organization who has the technical committee and has been working with the House of Representatives. We're driving conversation about it. Yesterday was the World Press Conference in Abuja. Tomorrow is Friday. There's another conference in Lagos, press conference in Lagos at the International Press Center, addressing journalists and media people so that you can know what we're talking about. It's not a request. It's about our rights. Okay. It's just as if you're saying someone can buy bread, but you cannot eat bread.
All right. So, and the coalition of youth now said that it's going to picket the National Assembly if something favorable doesn't come out of that bill. Is there a date set already for the day of the picket? Yes.
Tuesday next week is the National Day of Action. All over the country, young people are moving peacefully. We will protest and then go to the state assemblies, and of course those in Abuja will go to the National Assembly so that we can engage and interface with our lawmakers. This is what we want. We are majority. 55% of Nigerian population has got young people filling that gap. So what else do you want to give us? A government that do not involve the people, it's not democracy. And the people are the majority. We young people are the majority. So it's very cruel. It's unfair. It's unfriendly also. A bill passed first reading, passed second reading, and the annoying part is the House of Representatives included it as part of its achievement for 2 years. And now you're saying it's not. It's also a poser and indicates to the international community that we're not doing well. Demographic dividends is one thing we must take advantage of. So where is our country going? I was speaking to someone that our leaders are not seeing what we're seeing. We need young people to be engaged. Political investment is the best investment you can do in people because it's going to pave way for other things: education, infrastructure, health, employment. When the political will is strong, other things will come systematically. So that's why we want young people. Nobody's saying the older generation are not good. We respect them. They are our elders. But the interesting part is when democracy becomes participatory, I beg your pardon, it becomes more interesting and we deliver the dividends of democracy.
All right, quickly now, because I'm about to wrap up the segment. The youth are also looking at the option of recalling errant lawmakers that do not favor the youth.
Of course, if that's what we resolve to, because if you cannot involve us, then we exclude you. We have the power to recall. And if that's the way out, if the National Assembly do not give us reasons why that bill do not make it to the floor of the House, why it's excluded in the committee review, then something is wrong. We have all it takes to recall. We have the people. We have the mandate.
All right. Thank you very much for your analysis. Ibraheem Owolabi, you're the founder of Involve Africa Project, and you're saying that Nigerian youths are not too young to govern. Thank you very much for coming to the studio.